There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey & Glasser and by wild, wonderful West Virginia, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And we are in the heart of the Mountain State today at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College as a guest of the Augusta Heritage Festival. And it's great to be back here. It always is. This is the 44th Augusta. They've been going strong for many years, teaching folks about folk music of all kinds. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later because you may actually want to visit here yourself someday. We got a show full of prize winners. We got Grammy Award winners on this show. We got International Bluegrass Music Award winners on this show. We got people getting Lifetime Achievement Awards on this show. But the best part is we got some wonderful singers, musicians, and songwriters. And we have one of America's greatest songwriters going to be out during the next hour. Mr. Tom Paxton is here, along with the Juans, who are great songwriters themselves. Also, one of the United States and world's greatest bluegrass bands, Laurie Lewis and the Right Hands from out in California will be out during our next hour. And speaking of one of the greatest, here's one of the greatest guitar players in the world, Mr. Bill Kirchen and his band will be out a little later during this hour, as will two of America's greatest folk musicians, Cathy, Fink, and Marcy, Marxer. They're going to be out here too during this hour. Many of those folks have connections to the Augusta Heritage Center here. They've taught there, and two of the folks standing next to me have taught there, and all of them have gone here and studied here at Augusta. Our first guests have never been on Mountain Stage before. Somebody recommended them to me, and all it took was listening to like about one or two of the songs that I heard online before I even got their CD, and I thought, oh, these people are such great singers, and I wasn't even familiar with what great songwriters they were too. They sing some traditional things, they sing some covers, and they write some beautiful songs. And as you'll hear, they're fantastic musicians. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Emily Pinkerton, Ellen Goshen, and Rachel Eddy, the Early Mays.
to reason. You pull me under and ask why I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing hard. Had no fight left. No had no fight.
Wow, thank you so much. I just got to say how much I love Augusta before I sing this next song, and it has been an honor to be teaching fiddle all week here. And I know there's some students out there. So I'm going to sing a song that was written by a West Virginia fiddler named Keith McManus. It is about the second largest coal mining disaster that ever happened in the state, in a little town over the hill from where I grew up called Mannington. This is Mannington number 9. home to Mama that night. Blast was heard for miles around. Some folks say even to Morgantown. Brothers and dads went down, uncles and cousins too, never again to see the sunshine. Mothers, daughters, they weep and moan. Fathers, brothers cried alone, never again to see their loved ones from way down in the coal mine. Brothers and dads went down, uncles and cousins too, never again to see the sunshine. Way down in the coal mine, way down where the sun don't shine. 78 men lost their lives, way down in number 9 coal mine. Brothers and dads went down, uncles and cousins too, never again to see the sunshine. Their fates were sealed, never again to yield from that tomb that was the coal mine.
We first heard this next song by Sue Masick, who did a wonderful one-woman show about the life of Sarah Ogan Gunning, who was a songwriter and an activist. And this is Girl of Constant Sorrow that Sarah kind of reworked to express the experience of her family in Kentucky. Thank you all so much. It is such an honor and an excitement to be here. We just can't tell you enough. So we have one final traditional song to leave you with today.
We'd like to introduce our bass player, Jason Rafflack.
We have so many special memories here, so thanks for making one more for us.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe of my poor aching heart, or what I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, it's true. I wish that you were staying here, or I was gone with you. I wish my breast was made of glass, wherein you might behold upon my heart your name lies wrote in letters of bright gold, in letters of bright gold, my love. Believe me when I say you are the one that I love best.
Emily Pinkerton, Ellen Goshen, Rachel Eddy, along with Jason Rofalek on the bass. The Early Mays right there, the Early Mays. They all three sang lead vocals in harmony. Emily played guitar and fiddle, Ellen played that harmonium, and Rachel played the guitar and banjo. Wow. Their new record is called Chase the Sun. You go to their website, theearlymays.com, and find out more about that. What a beautiful, beautiful harmony sound they have. It's time for Julie Adams to do a song and the Mountain Stage Band. Ron Soul is the leader of the band. He's back up there with his Tom Paxton hat on. Bob Thompson is over on the piano. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Steve Hill plays the bass. Michael Lipton plays the lead guitar. And we have a special guest who was with us for many years. Denny Bonet is here playing the fiddle and also singing. And four of these folks, Ron and Ahmed and Denny and Julie, used to be in a band called Stark Raven, which broke up some years ago. But they just had a reunion last night and the night before, and they sounded great. Julie has chosen a song they used to sing, which is a Pierce Pettis tune. You might have heard Pierce sing it, great singer-songwriter Pierce. Please welcome Julie Adams singing Moments.
Moments. People only die for, people only live for moments. When it's all over, what we wouldn't give for moments. Living in sin like 9 bowling pins. You knock them all down and cash them all in for moments. Just moments. We live for moments. Just moments. Moments. For all the time you're out there, you're only in for moments. They vanish into thin air. Everybody wants more moments. Like a snowflake dancing on the tip of your tongue. By the time you feel it there, it's already gone. Moments. Just moments. We live for moments. Just moments. Madness and the glory. Everything seems so transitory. Everywhere you look, it's the same old story. Nothing seems to last except for moments. The clock keeps on ticking, world keeps on turning. Moments. Well, do you ever look back to see the bridges you're burning? Moments. Leading you blind, chasing that big score. When it ends finally, what was it all for? Moments. Just moments. We live for moments. Just moments. We live for moments. Just moments.
Julie Adams, Benny Bonet, the Mountain Stage Band, Moments, Pierce Pettis song right there. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia, with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Whether you're looking for extreme outdoor adventure, family fun, or an intimate getaway for two, there's something for everyone in the Mountain State. Travel planning and trip ideas are available. Visit gotowv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage, or you just want to hear something again, or you want to listen to it when it's most convenient for you, visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast will always include songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, and almost always our complete finale song. Take a moment, if you would, to subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever it is that you get your podcast. We'd appreciate that. What a treat we have for you now. A man that's been on the Mountain Stage 4 times before. We'd like to have him back as often as we can catch him. He's certainly one of the masters of the Telecaster, that guitar you see in his arms. He was a co-founder of a band that you might have heard of called Commander Cody and the Lost Planet Airmen. Way back. You might remember that Hot Rod Lincoln song. He's the one that did that. And after that, he's been playing along with other folks as well as doing his own thing. He's played over the years with Nick Lowe and Doug Somm, Elvis Costello, Link Ray, Emmylou Harris, Hoyt Axton, the list goes on and on. But he's got a fantastic band now, and they have made a record. He made a record along with his buddy Austin DeLone, and some of the folks up here played on that record. It's called Transatlanticana. You like honky-tonk music? You like truck driving music? You like the Bakersfield country? Well, please welcome to the stage right now, Mr. Bill Kirchen.
Well, I got my first tattoo on the very same day I first heard Mama try. Before too long, well, me and my songs outgrew that double wide. So I called the boys, I said, grab your toys, we need drums and the pedal steel. Slapped our brand on the side of the van, we're the hounds of the Bakersfield. I got a bucket of hits, I wrote them myself, all about love and danger. Well, I don't want to brag, but look out, hag, here come another stranger. We played the hippie shows and the rodeos up and down the old honky-tonk trail. And I made it a point to hit every joint from Fresno to Oildale. I'm not sniffing around, headed right uptown. I got a big dog record deal. Digging up bones like a Sherlock Holmes. We're the hounds of the Bakersfield. I got a bucket of hits, I wrote them myself, all about love and danger. Well, I don't want to brag, but look out, hag, here come another stranger. The hits, wrote to myself all about love and danger. You know I don't want to brag, but look out, hag, here come another stranger. No, I don't want to brag, but look out, hag, here come another stranger. Thank you. That's our tribute to the late, great Merle Haggard right there, and the Strangers. Good to be back right here on this stage, man. I missed you guys. It's the first year I haven't been here in about 8 or 9 or 10 years, so good to be back. Thank you. Here's my prose science song called Rocks in the Sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before fish ever walked on land, time was turning rocks into sand, rocks into stone, stone into sand. Oh, that sand that sifts through the hands of man. And I built my castle close by the shore, and we slept in the sound of the ocean's roar. And I came to understand that my house was built on shifting sand. Now we went to the hills and we built us a town with the beautiful views for miles around. But when the mountains shook and they tumbled down, all we knew we'd build on shaky ground. Long before fish ever walked on land, time was turning rocks into sand, rocks into stone, stone into sand. Well, that's sand that sifts through the hands of man. And the rocks and the rain will collect their toll. And all I'll take is what I brought, and I may not get just to what I saw. Oh, but whether I sail or I fall, that's up to the shifting sands after all. Long before fish ever walked on land, time was turning rocks into sand, rocks into stone, stone into sand. Oh, that sand that sifts through the hands of man. return. Rocks in the sand. I don't think I've done any truck driving songs yet, so let me fix it. I wrote this song about 25 years ago in Texas with a friend of mine, Clay Blaker. And I've done it before on this show, but I had to write a new verse about a year ago because I made the fatal mistake of reading the news. Ouch. So anyway, there's a new verse. See if you can figure out which one the new one is. Do a little quiz afterwards, maybe prizes, I don't know. Anyway, it's called Hillbilly Truck Driver Man. I got a statue of Elvis on the dashboard of this old truck. I got a red bandana hanging out of my pocket for luck. I got Hank on the stereo, Bill Mac on the radio. I'm a hard-working, tear-jerking hillbilly truck driver. But it seemed like I'm driving 24/7, 365. Seems like all I'm ever gonna do is eat, sleep, and drive. So pour some number 2 diesel in my semi-truck and put the hot black Joe in my coffee cup for this wide-eyed, chicken fried hillbilly truck driver man. Well, I'm a long-hauling, high-balling, hillbilly truck driving man. Oh, yeah. I never went to college, didn't think it was a real big deal. I'm spending my life tied to the doggone wheel. And no matter where I'm going, I'm a little bit late. Spinning my wheels on that interstate. I'm a long gone, high flown hillbilly truck driver man. I went to North Carolina, where I've been 100 times before. But this time I had a scuffle at the truck stop restroom door. I told that wingnut governor he could kiss my ass. I go where I please, so don't even ask this transgender gear bender hillbilly truck driver man. I'm a non-stop post-op hillbilly truck driver man. Oh, I'm a low-hauling, high-balling hillbilly truck driver man. Yeah, I hear you. Somebody had to write that, and it was up to me. All right, I did hear there were some Cody people in the audience, some Cody fans. My, you look much younger than that. I'm so surprised. Here's a song from that I used to sing with that band called Wine, Wine, Wine. Do your stuff. Got so quiet when I said that. 2, 1, 2. Today was the last day you played me for a fool. So I stopped in here like I always do before I lose my cool. I need to let my mind relax. I think I've had enough. Wine, 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 do your stuff. Come on, wine, take me for a ride. Let my thoughts go flying high. Let my brain unwind. She let me down too many times. I think I had enough. Wine, 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 do your stuff. Now the color of this warm red wine is the color of her hair. And as I gaze into my glass, well, I see her face in there. One more bottle, if you please. The going's getting rough. Wine, 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 do your stuff. Come on, wine, take me for a ride. Let my thoughts go flying high. Let my brain unwind. She let me down too many times. I think I had enough. Wine, 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 do your stuff. Wine, 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 do your stuff. Thank you. An evergreen. I'm going to get my buddies Cathy, Fink, and Marcy Marxer out here to help us sing this song. That's David Carroll from Austin, Texas on the bass and the vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Richards from Austin, Texas on the drums. And the mighty Mike Lipton from right here in West Virginia on the guitar. He's hiding, but I hear him. I first did this song, apparently I looked at the little list back here. I did this in 1910, and I realized I was 1910. That's not right, is it? It seems like 1910 since it happened. I mean, it's been a long time since 2010. Did it in 2010, celebrating Obama's election. And I'm going to sing it again. It's a Bob Dylan tune. I'm going to sing it again with a different twist. It's just with a message of hope, for peace and hope. Gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you grown, and accept that soon you've been drenched to the bone. If your time to use were saving, and now you better start swimming or you sink like a stone, and the times are a-changing. Yes, come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen. And just keep your eyes wide, chance won't come again. Don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. And there's no telling who that the name is. And the loser now is later to win. And the time Congressman, please heed the call. And don't stand in the doorways, don't block up the hall. For he who gets hurt will be he who has stalled. And now the battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. And the times they are changing. To mothers and fathers throughout this land, don't criticize what you can't understand. For your sons and your daughters, they're beyond your command. You know the old road is rapidly aging. You better get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand. And the times they are changing. Now the line is drawn and the curse it is cast, and the first one, slow one now, would later be fast, as the present now would later be past. You know the order is rapidly fading, and the first one now would later be last, and the times they are a change.
You never hear the Telecaster played any better than that. Mr. Bill Kirchen and his band, along with Michael Lipton, Cathy, Fink, and Marcy Marxer on that last one. Bill Kirchen, wow, what a performer he is. He's out playing a lot now, so if you got a chance to see his whole show, remember you just got a little sample there. He has taught at the Augusta Heritage Workshops many years. He just mentioned that during the set, and he's taught at the country music sessions. Think about getting taught by that man. That's doesn't get any better than that, Mr. Bill Kirchen. And while I'm talking about that, those of you listening there on the radio, you might want to check this out, augustaheritage.org, if you've ever thought about studying any kinds of traditional American music, or for that matter, from other countries. They teach old-time Appalachian music here, Cajun music, blues and swing, traditional country, bluegrass, and more. And this is really the best place in the world to come and learn about it and learn how to do it. And it's also a very beautiful place to come to, right here at the Elkins, West Virginia. They've been doing it 44 years, and now it's part of Davis and Elkins College, the Augusta Heritage Center. If you have questions or suggestions for us here at Mountain Stage, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, of course. And if you want to, you can peek behind the scenes on our Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. All of these links are at our website, which is mountainstage.org. Well, you've already been introduced to the two women who are going to end the hour for us. And if you know anything about American folk music, you already know Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer, because they are two of the greatest folk musicians of the last several decades in America. They've made 45 recordings. Their latest one is called Get Up and Do Right, and that's what they do all the time. And they have won two Grammy Awards for Best Children's Record. They've also been nominated for two others in the traditional music category. And like almost everybody else on the show, they have taught here at the Augusta Heritage Workshops many a year. Been a long time. It's high time we welcome back. Please make them welcome Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer.
Chilly winds don't blow. Thank you so much.
Well, we're going to bring out our friend Bill Kirchen to sing a song. Come on, Bill.
Come on back, Mr. Bill.
Thank you.
This song was written by our good friend Alice Gerard, and we have the good fortune of playing it while she's right here in the audience. Alice is sitting out there. It fits right in line with Bill singing The Times They Are Changing, because this is one of those newer songs, but I think when Alice wrote it, we didn't know how the times were going to be changing, and this is the perfect song for that positive attitude. It's called Get Up in the Morning and Do Right, and we're hoping that y'all will sing it with us. So we're going to teach you the chorus first. They have this great microphone in front of the audience, and so the people in Radio Land will hear you all. And your chorus goes like this. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go to do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right. All day long, all together. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go to do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right. All day long. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go to do wrong. Get up in the morning and you do right all day long. You wonder why this world is going downhill. Big wigs, politicians lie and cheat and steal. They're doing wrong to people in the name of freedom. Come on, children, come on now, now. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go to do wrong. Get up in the morning and you do right all day long. Play it again. Marcy Marxer on the cello banjo. You don't need all the cars and toys you think you need. Substitute a little kindliness for all that greed. Sow a little happiness in your own field. Come on, children, come on, everybody. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and gonna do wrong. Get up in the morning and you do right all day long. Play it again. Well, there's an old man, he's sleeping on a grate. The woman's got cuts and bruises all on her face. The little baby child needs a rescue place. Come on, children, come on, everybody. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and gonna do wrong. Get up in the morning and you do right all day. Last time, get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and gonna do wrong. Get up in the morning and you do right all day long. Now, now. I believe Alice Gerard's been writing good songs like that at least as long as Bob Dylan has. So, and just keep on listening to her music because she's still writing some great tunes. Well, we're going to do a song that I wrote now. It is, it's not quite false news, it's false history. And a few years ago, Marcy and I went to Saint-Ouen-sur-Seine to the Django Reinhardt Festival. We loved the gypsy jazz music that Django and Stefan Grappelli got started or passed along, and at Django's graveside we noticed a picture of his sister. And we did a little more research and found a picture in a book where his sister was holding a guitar, and her hand was in a position that made it clear that she played jazz music too, except we all never heard of her. So I decided to make up her story. And so this features Marcy on guitar, and it's called Girl Django. '30s in Paris, France. Swing music music had a brand new dance. Django, Stephen were all the rage, writing their own history page, while down the street, a block away, a ladies' band had come to play at a club called La Mystique. Their harmonies, they were très chic. They were rocking like a rocket, swinging like a sister. I got a pick in my pocket. I got news for you, mister. Hear girl Django's swinging sound. The news is getting round. On the guitar was a girl, playing in a notey swirl, rhythm, soul, sound divine. No one had ever seen her kind. The band was charged with energy. The guitars backed up harmonies. They sang with intensity. The audience was quick to please. They were rocking like a rocket, swinging like a sister. I got a pick in my pocket. I got news for you, mister. Hear girl Django's swinging sound. The news is getting round. Word traveled down the street, these two bands would have to meet, till there was room in town for two quintets and that swinging sound. A rendezvous was soon arranged. La Mystique would be the place. Django, Stephen, and the guys could not believe their ears and eyes, and so the bands played all night long, trading licks and trading songs. Then the girls slipped out of town, but their swing music still going round, still rocking like a rocket, swinging like a sister. I got a pick in my pocket. I got news for you, mister. Hear girl Django's swinging sound. The news is getting round. Oh, the news is getting round. Girl Django's back in town. Girl Django's back in town. Thank you so much. Well, lucky me, I get to play music with my very best friend on the planet and this incredible multi-instrumentalist who just amazes me every single day of our lives. And after what we joke is a 32-year engagement, 4 years ago we actually got married.
Thank you.
And
finally, I can let myself go. Okay. No. Cathy's the best singer I ever heard. She's an amazing musician. I'm proud to not only know her, but be married to her.
So the first person we called when we finally set the date, which was as soon as it became legal in the state of Maryland, was Tom Paxton, hey, Tom, would you come sing at our wedding? It's going to be kind of small, blah, 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 but we want to have some friends there making some music. And he said, of course I will. And so we're going to sing you the song that he sang at our wedding, and it's called You Are Love. You are the light in children's eyes. You are the hope that never dies. You are all the best in me, and you forgive the rest in me. You are courage wrapped in grace. You are victory's laughing face. You are Noah's returning dove. You are love.
You are the welcome kiss of peace. You are the joy of sweet release. You are the mischievous at play. You are the end of summer's day. You are the soul who is my soul. You are the half that makes me whole. You are Noah's returning dove. You are love. Once the only word I knew was I. Nothing mattered but myself alone. Still a voice within me whispered, why? Why must you keep struggling on your own? What lonely hill I tried to climb when you were there to help me all the time. You are the garden where I walk. You are the quiet when I talk. You are the comforting caress. You are the end of emptiness. You are the joy I long to know. You are the flower in the snow. You are Noah's returning dove. You are love. Once the only word I knew was I. Nothing mattered but myself alone. Still a voice within me whispered, why? Why must I keep struggling on your own? What lonely hill I tried to climb. You were there to help me all the time. You are the garden where I walk. You are the quiet when I talk. You are the comforting caress. You are the end of emptiness. You are the joy I long to know. You are the flower in the snow. You are Noah's returning dove. You are love. You are Noah's returning dove. You are love.
Cathy, Fink, Marcy, Marxer. Their latest CD is called Get Up and Do Right. You heard that one. And it's a fine one. It's their 45th. And I'll tell you what, back about 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, the Martin Guitar Company honored them, made their own signature Martin guitars. MCH Cathy Fink model and the MC3H Marcy Marxer model. That's a pretty big time deal when Martin makes a guitar named after you. Also, you ought to know that Marcy, she kind of revived that cello banjo, that 4-string cello banjo she played, the Gold Tone Company, made one for her, and now a lot of folks are playing that instrument. Very interesting. Cathy, Fink, and Marcy, Marxer. I'd like to say hello to you if you're listening right now over WMKY, Moorhead, Kentucky, or WVPW, Buchanan, West Virginia. And thank you so much for listening. We hope that you'll be with us next time when our guests will be the Robert Cray Band, Luther Dickinson, featuring Sharday Thomas, Sonny Landreth, and Amy Speece. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Thank you so much. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College in Elkins, West Virginia. And we are part of the Augusta Heritage Festival and very proud to be so. During this hour, we're going to be hearing from Tom Paxton, the great songwriter and singer, and he'll be joined by the Juans, Don Henry and Jon Vezner, who are pretty darn good songwriters in their own right. But we're going to open this hour with one of the finest bluegrass bands in the land and in the world. Laurie Lewis leads the band, and she's from out in the Bay Area in California, and she got into listening to this style of music at the Berkeley Folk Festival out there. Started playing the fiddle, started writing songs and singing, and has never slowed up since then. She was a pioneer of females in bluegrass music, and she has won the Grammy for her Songs of Bill Monroe. True Life Blues, Songs of Bill Monroe, and she's twice been named Female Vocalist of the Year by the IBMA. And her longtime partner, Tom Rosem, is here, as well as a red-hot band. She always brings great musicians with her. And their latest recording is called the Hazel and Alice Sessions. And I think you know who Hazel and Alice are, since Alice is in this audience tonight. Two of the finest traditional musicians ever in America, Alice Gerard and Hazel Dickens. And I'm telling you what, this record is fantastic, the singing and the playing. You're going to get a little sample of it right now. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Laurie Lewis and the Right Hands.
Oh, thank you, Larry.
I got the early Monday morning working blues. I put on my ragged, worn-out working shoes. Well, the weekend was too short, but I can't choose. When the Lord made the working girl, she made the blues. And I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay. Well, they get rich on the profits that I lose and leave me here with the working girl blues. Idiotlay, working girl blues. I can't even afford a new pair of shoes while my hair be all turned gray. Before he turns that dollar loose and I get my dues. And I lose a little bit of these working girl blues. I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay while they get rich on the profits that I lose and leave me here with the working girl blues. I know there's a lot of working girls like me who are overworked and underpaid, you see. And we all know that our pockets have been picked clean, so the rich can have that all-American dream. And I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay while they get rich on the profits that I lose and leave me here with the working girl blues. I-D-O-D-A, working girl blues. I can't even afford a new pair of shoes while they can't live in any old Trump tower they choose. And all that I've got is the working girl blues. You're late, those working girl blues. Thank you.
Thank you. That, of course, is a song from our latest album, which I'm very happy to say was nominated for a Grammy this year. A little bit less happy to say that we didn't win, but it's an honor just to be nominated and to have worked on that album to celebrate the beautiful music of Hazel Dickens and Alice Gerrard was a real treat. Right now, we're going to have Tom Rosem step up to the microphone. This microphone over here, Tom.
What do you mean step up? What does that mean? We're going to do another song about financial inequality. This is it's another song about avarice. It's one that Laurie and I recorded 23 years ago, and it still rings true, unfortunately. In fact, it's getting worse, as you might have noticed in some of the newspapers that you might have read. It's a song by David Olney.
Well, I started out with a $1 million, gambled with a man and it won me another. Bought me a gun and I robbed my brother. I'm bad, but I don't care, boys. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Bad, but I don't care, boys. I'm gonna be a millionaire. Well, I hopped on a ship and we sailed on the waves. Dealt in rum and we dealt in slaves. I left my captain in a salty grave. He's gone and I don't care, boys. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
How many of you wanna see me dead? How many of you wanna have my head? How many of you just live your life
Wishing you were me, boys, wishing you were me. blessed with a silver knife, but you can't pin that on me, boys. The money belongs to me. Can't pin that on me, boys. Hey, the money belongs to me. Well, I found myself in a good position to buy myself a cheap politician. I bought myself a big election. That's just how it went, boys. Now I own the president. How many of you want to see me dead? How many of you want to have my head? How many of you just live your life wishing you were me, boys, wishing you were me? When you say your prayers down on your knees, ask the Lord to forgive you, please. If it crosses your mind, say one for me, 'cause I know where I'm bound, boys. I know where I'm bound. 'Cause I started out with one lone dollar. I gambled with a man and I won me another. I bought me a gun and I robbed my brother. I'm bad, but I don't care, boys. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm bad, but I don't care, boys. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Tom Rosem, he's bad, but you don't care. Playing the fiddle, please give a big hand for Tatiana Hargraves. And on the bass, it's Max Schwartz. I'm playing the little old 5-string banjo over here. That's Justin Hiltner. I'm going to do a song right now that was written by Alice Gerard. I know she's here in the audience and this scares me, but I'm going to do it anyway. I have to say, Hazel and Alice are being inducted into the International Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame this year.
In the early morning light, I creep on down the stairs. Hush, you floor, keep your squeaking down. and the smell of good hot coffee, the silence all around, and nothing but my thoughts, and the stirring of a song to break the sad, sweet feeling, Lord, of being all alone. And if I'm very still, I can drain this holy hour, and if I'm lucky, stretch it out to 2 before the world comes crashing and down the stairs comes truth, with smiles and tears and ratty hair, and I can't find my shoes, and I don't know, Lord, I don't know if I can make it through. But I hope you know how much I love you, 'cause I can't see that showing much these days. Just old dreams of yesterday keep on getting in the way of picnic days and daisy chains, of come on, let's all go into town today, of help you make your bed and put your clothes away. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna stay. So come on now, your mama's gonna stay. In the early morning light, I creep on downstairs.
Thank you. You know, it is really, really great to be back here at Augusta. I hadn't realized how much I missed this place. I've probably been here 20 times to the Augusta Heritage Workshops, 10 times at least as the director of, or the coordinator of Bluegrass Week here. So it's a pleasure to be back and see so many familiar faces. And we're going to do a tune right now that's from Fiddlin' Arthur Smith via Hazel and Alice. And it features Tatiana on the fiddle. It's one called Walking in My Sleep.
Ready? All right. 1, 2. Walking in my sleep, babe, walking in my sleep. Up and down that Dixie line, walking in my sleep. Pain in my finger, pain in my toe, pain in my ankle bone, ain't gonna work no more. Walking in my sleep, babe, walking in my sleep. Up and down that Dixie line, walking in my sleep. Yonder comes my baby, how do you think I know? I can tell by those pretty girls hanging down so low. Walking in my sleep, babe, walking in my sleep. Up and down that Dixie line, walking in my sleep.
Justin Hiltner, yeah. Well, time just flies. We've got one more song to do for you. Oh, I know. It's just such a thrill to be on Mountain Stage. This is a song I co-wrote with my pal, Scott Huffman, and I want to send it out to the Augusta Heritage Festival and the workshops because, I don't know, I feel like this is how we live our lives, in this song, or well, how we try to anyway. It's called Here Today. I've had my share of good times, the taste of love and the kiss of wine. I must have played 1,000 tunes from town to town in crowded rooms, and I've tried to stand up and be strong. I've tried to help my friends along, and when I'm gone they'll weep for me, but I'll be a fading memory. We're here today and then we're gone. This life we're in, just like a song. We only have this little time, so come and let our voices twine. Perhaps you'll find some souvenir among the things I've gathered here. A little tune, some happy rhyme to recall this fleeting time. And every once in a while you might think of me and smile. You'll hum a tune we used to know back before I had to go. We're here today and then we're gone. This life will end just like a song. We only have this little time, so come and let our voices twine. People cheat, they steal and lie, they bleed the earth and they foul the sky. I've tried to walk
just these few tunes behind. So when you hear the night bird cry, won't you think of me inside? And when the wind sings through the trees, won't you sometimes think of me? We're here today and then we're gone. This life will end just like a song. We'll only have this little time, so come and let our voices twine. And when you hear the night bird cry, won't you think of me inside? And when the wind sings through the trees, won't you sometimes think of me? We're here today.
Laurie Lewis, vocals, guitar, and fiddle. Tom Rosem on the mandolin and vocals. Max Schwartz on the bass and vocals. Tatiana Hargraves on the fiddle and vocals. And Justin Hiltner on the banjo. Laurie Lewis and the right hands right there. And you heard some tunes from their latest Grammy-nominated CD, which is called the Hazel and Alice Sessions. And if you don't have that CD, I really recommend that you get it. It's fantastic. Singing, playing, and of course the material is the center of it all. Wonderful, wonderful recording. The Hazel and Alice Sessions by Laurie Lewis and the Right Hands. It's time to feature our piano player, and he's chosen a traditional tune to do for you in his own way. I bet you've heard this song before. Here's Bob Thompson with Trouble in Mind. Make him welcome. Colortones.com is where you find his music. Bob Thompson, Trouble in Mind, right there. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Whether you're looking for extreme outdoor adventure, family fun, or an intimate getaway for two, there is something for everyone in the Mountain State. Travel planning and trip ideas available. Visit go2wv.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. We hope that you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. You can find links there to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And someday we hope that you will follow us to a live show like the one we have here today in Elkins, West Virginia. Whether we are home in Charleston or on the road, you can find out where we're going to be, and you can get your tickets and come see us by going to mountainstage.org. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, at NPR Music also. The online address there is npr.org/mountainstage. We're going to finish this very special show at the Augusta Heritage Festival in a very special way. A good friend of ours who's been coming to see us now for 30 years, Mr. Tom Paxton, one of America's great songwriters, is with us once again. Tom has written some of America's favorite songs. He's been honored with Lifetime Achievement Awards from both ASCAP and the Grammys. And his songs have been recorded by many, many people over the years. I can't even start to name all the folks who have sung Tom Paxton songs. He is best known probably, though, because his songs are taught in schools and sung around campfires. They've actually become part of the fabric of American life, as folk songs do. And lately, he's had a great rejuvenation because he's joined up with the two guys you see up here with me right now. They're called the Juans, and when we talk about songwriters, you got two of Nashville's finest songwriters right here, Grammy Award-winning songwriters. They co-wrote the song Where You Been that Cathy made a huge hit, and between the two of them, their songs have been recorded by dozens of folks in Nashville and other genres besides country music. So I think they're going to open up the show, and they're going to bring Tom out. Please welcome to the Mountain Stage Tom Paxton and the Don Juans, Don Henry and Jon Vezner.
What you gonna say, this is what she said to me.
What you gonna do, what you gonna do, this is what I did. I took her by the hand, even though it's not like me. I know. What's a boy to do, what's a boy to do when he doesn't have a choice? What's a girl to do, what's a girl to do, believing that she does? What they gonna do, what they gonna do when they can't avoid that voice? Who knows? Who knows? Is love popping up its pretty head? Is love circling round your bed? Is love? Is love? What you gonna be, what you gonna be when you've been a rolling stone? What you gonna hear, what you gonna hear when you've heard it all? What you gonna think, what you gonna think when everything you think you know has changed the game? Is love opening your mind? Is love arriving right on time? Is love? Is love popping up its pretty head? Is love circling round your bed? Is love? Is love? Is love? Love is.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I love coming to West Virginia. I actually have been here a lot because I'm married to Cathy Mattea. And she was telling me about Elkins. She's only been up here a few times. She said, I want to go back so bad. So I think we're going to make that happen.
And I'd like to be here that time of the year when the spooks and the goblins and the skeletons come out. See the trees on fire. This is a sing-along. Actually, all our songs are sing-along, but if you could sing the same words we're singing, that would be helpful. When the raven breaks the quiet of a twilight afternoon, and the shadows crawl and creep across the crosses and the tunes, among those old stones, that's where I like to walk alone and think, as the old ghosts pass along their wisdom with a wink. The garden of the dead, the garden of the dead. When the land of the living is so unforgiving, that's where I go to clear my head. The garden of the dead. You're gonna have to do better than that. Jedediah, Jeremiah, Zechariah, Lorelei, Philomena, in between Evangeline and Mordecai. They console me when I'm down and drowning in this world of hurt. They know me more than any soul on this side of the dirt. The garden of the dead, the garden of the dead. When the land of the living is so unforgiving, that's where I go to clear my head. Where do I go?
The garden of the dead.
Whoop. That's really scary. 3, 4.
Don't try that at home.
That was a lot scarier than you think. Some say the older that I get more weird. But it's okay, 'cause all the apparitions dig me here. Here where I feel a sense of deep serenity. Planted below the shady grove of family trees. The garden of the dead, the garden of the dead. When the land of the living is so unforgiving, that's where I go to clear my head. The garden of the dead. A little quieter now. The garden of the dead. One more. The garden of the Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that's the Don Juans portion of the show. John thought of that name. It's a clever name. Sounds less clever every time you hear it. But we'd like to introduce our buddy now, if you would. Make welcome Tom Paxton.
Hello. Oh, it's so good to be back. I drove out from Alexandria yesterday, and I'm stunned still by the scenery I saw. This is an incredibly beautiful state. Thank you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning. In your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. You got reasons aplenty for going. This I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As we walk, all my thoughts keep a-tumbling round and round, round and round. Underneath our feet, the subway rumbling. Underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, I didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning without you, without you, each song in my breast dies a-born without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank these two guys here, Jon Vezner and Don Henry, for providing me with more fun than I've had in 30 years. I'm having a blast these days, traveling with these clowns and making music and writing songs. And here's a song that is just fun for us to do. 3, 4. Wish I had a nickel, wish I had a dime, wish I had Susie and Susie had time to play. Susie had time to play. Thing about Susie is Susie can play all day. Up in Minnesota, down in Tennessee, trying to find a woman who's trying to find me, oh my. Trying to find me, oh my. Thing about Susie is Susie make the time fly by. Susie feels like dancing any old time of the day. Susie takes my troubles and shoos them away. English muffin, Texas toast. What I like about Susie most of all, Susie most of all. When I'm down, she gives me a telephone call. Susie feels like dancing any old time of the day. Susie takes my troubles and shoos them away. Grant took Richmond, Caesar took Gaul. I'll take Susie. Susie is all I need. Susie is all I need. Thing about Susie, happy is guaranteed. Thing about Susie, happy is guaranteed. Thank you. You know, I'm going to write about the things I see about me in this country that we all love so dearly. And I hate to see school children have the food taken right out of their mouth by politicians who then justify it by misquoting St. Paul, taking him out of context. I'd like to take them into my context with this song. If the kids are hungry, but there's nothing to eat. If the baby has a fever, but there is no heat. If they're living in the Chevy while the world walks by. If the poor don't matter, then neither do I. If the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, then neither do I. If they're living in the cardboard or the packing case, if they're gone by morning and they leave no trace, if nobody wonders if they live or they die, if the poor don't matter, then neither do I. If the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, then neither do I. Push 'em back, sweep 'em out, anything to keep 'em out. Keep the Rio Grande out, standing with their hands out, knocking on the back gate, radio talking hate. Wrong here, strong here, no, they don't belong here. My house, my car, living like a rock star. Caviar, went bar, bought another Jaguar. Got it all paid, and now it's time to play. The trouble not to think about, not to make us think about. If the poor don't matter, if we chase them away, we're gonna see them again, boys, on the judgment day. We're gonna see them again, boys, on the day we die. If the poor don't matter, then neither do I. If the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, if the poor don't matter, then neither Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, we got the feeling that we've been preaching to the choir a lot about global warming, and upon reflection, we thought maybe it was time to explore the opposite point of view. People keep complaining, a bunch of chicken littles. The climes they are a-changing, afraid this chicken dip will lead to our demise, so they hypothesize. But for me, it's just more left-wing science lies. So before another purple nuthatch expires, perhaps you'll permit us patriots to inquire.
What's so bad about a beach in Boulder?
Never have to worry about December getting colder.
Sitting on the beach in our January tans.
Who needs Puerto Rico, the Keys of Yucatan?
Which, by the way, won't be there anymore.
It's a scuba diver's heaven on a 5-star ocean floor.
A little thicker sunscreen,
A little wider hat.
What's so bad about that? What's so bad about the coast of Oklahoma?
Walk along the boardwalk and savor the aroma.
From the whales down in Dallas to the lobsters in Milwaukee.
Eating longhorn sushi and sucking soybean sake.
Polar bears and prairie dogs, the picture's truly splendid.
Living in tranquility, the way the Lord intended.
So we smoke a little blubber
while we chew the fat.
What's so bad about that?
What's so bad about that? What's so bad about that?
When you know you're right,
why worry about the facts?
what's so bad about that?
Tom Paxton, danger.
What's so bad about the Appalachian Islands?
Or the Scottish lowlands that used to be the Highlands?
Sitting in our Speedos, sucking down some beer.
Zipping in our speedboats round the horn of Mount Rainier.
Time to quit your bitching and try to see the bright side.
Leave the left behind and come over to the right side.
Noah had to do it when he beached on Ararat.
So let's step on some water wings, flip-flops, and parrot hats.
Ruminate, rejuvenate, kick back and relax, and have a sweet tea party in our brand new habitat. What's so bad about that?
Everyone,
come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let it fill your soul. Yeah, come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Come on, baby, yeah, this is real. Come on, baby, show me how you feel. Yeah, come on, baby, let the good times roll. What's so bad about that? Thank you.
Tom Paxton.
Tom Paxton and the Don Juans, Don Henry and Jon Vezner. Our thanks to Tom and the Don Juans, and our thanks to Laurie Lewis and the Right Hands, and to Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer and Bill Kirchen, all of his fellows, and the early Mays. And our thanks to you folks here at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College in Elkins, West Virginia. Thanks to the Augusta Heritage Festival for inviting Mountain Stage back to be with you. And of course, as always, special thanks to you there listening on the radio, because without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. We never take you for granted. We hope you'll be with us again next time. Our guests will be the Robert Cray Band, Luther Dickinson, featuring Sharday Thomas, Sonny Landreth, and Amy Speece. We're going to do something that we seldom ever do. We're going to play a song that was written by one of the people on this show, because Tom Paxton has written so many classic songs. We asked him if we could do one of his tunes to end it up with. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasily Skouras. Assistant producer is Joni Deutsch. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Production assistance comes from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And now why don't we hear from Mr. Tom Paxton and the Don Juans singing Tom's song, Bottle of Wine.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over. Rambling around this dirty old town, singing for nickels and dimes. The time's getting tough, I ain't got enough to buy a little bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over.
Cathy and Marcy.
In a hotel, older than hell, dark as coal in my mind. Blanket so thin and lighter and grin. Buy me a little bottle of wine.
Everybody.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over.
Now, Tom Paxton has a great story about this song and how it's sung in France.
You might be amazed to hear this, but the song is sung all over France. They sing it in French, of course, and claim it as a French folk song, which it is not. It is my French folk song. But you know what? I love the way it sounds. Jolie bouteille, sacre bouteille, vous tu me laisses tranquille. Je vous te quitte, je vous m'en aller, je vous recommence ma vie.
Well, the teacher will teach, the preacher will preach, miner must dig in the mine. I ride the rods, trusting in God, plugging my bottle of wine. Everybody.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back.
One more time.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home. Let me go back and start over.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey & Glasser, LLP, and by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. This is NPR.